Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Right here, 1966 Corvair. And you might be asking yourself, boy, that car looks familiar. And well, if you watch this channel long enough, it should be. It's back. We did, on the first episode of this car, it was like a post-buy inspection, went through the car. Found out it was overcharging and some other issues we fixed. Well, the reason it's back is because it did the classic ran, then didn't. Since the car's been here, you might, if you've been watching the channel, you've probably seen it in the background. I did get it to run. It doesn't run well anymore. The initial reason it didn't run was it was just flooded out. Held the chokes open, and she begrudgingly lit to life. But while it's in here, knowing it actually runs, we're going to do the right thing. We're going to rip out the ignition system. I did put a new coil in this car because it had a 6-volt coil in it originally still, or not 6-volt, a low ohmed coil. So it was whatever, 1.5 ohms or whatever it was, 6-volt coil. Put a 3-ohm coil in there because this car was also charging at like 17 or 18 volts. So I'm also thinking and I think I said it in the video, I don't know how long the electronics are long for this world because it does have a Petronics unit in it. Also, caveat with the electronics that are in it, idle speed on this engine is a lot higher than it should be due to the fact that, well, it's a power glide. Unfortunately, with the Petronic unit that was in there and I couldn't address when we had the car the first time, and it didn't seem like that much of an issue because it was cold. Regressing, when this particular unit goes below like normal people RPM, so basically lower idle, it loses sync and basically starts to misfire or she'll die and stuff like that. So I want to rectify that. Hopefully get this thing to idle more in the 600s. I'm aiming for. Not going to guarantee it, but I want it to at least idle lower and be able to go into gear and not die. That was the other issue. And I don't know if that's electronic related or something else is going on. But this episode, hopefully really quick, really easy, do a distributor swap. Pop the old one out, put the new one in, and then tune it up again. Because I know the owner played with the carburetors. He broke a fuel line. I did put a new fuel line on this already. Don't know. Join me in the back, and we will do things together. By that, I'll use hands, and you can just listen to my lyrical voice of misery. First, I need a screwdriver. First things being, I want to do something. I don't know why this one doesn't work. Let's get a flathead for a Phillips screw. Because that makes perfect sense. First thing I want to do, because, well, we're tearing this whole thing apart anyway, but I want to TDC the engine. Meaning get it on top dead center so I can regret my life decisions from there. Like I said, the distributor's coming out, so it doesn't matter. Well, I mean, it matters when we put the new one in. I don't know what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter if you put it on TDC or not. It's just a lot easier. You can take this distributor out, put, in theory, the new distributor in, and go from there. Where the hell's one? One is right there. So yeah, I'm just going to roll this thing over to TDC. Of course, I'm going backwards. This distributor's loose. I don't know why the distributor's loose. I hit the vacuum advance with my wrench. Well, the whole damn thing moved. That is another issue all to itself. Alright. I need TDC mark. I'm assuming that's it. Now my freaking socket or ratchet is stuck. Yeah, this is going quite great already. There we go. Oh, I need to go backwards. I'm aligning the mark with a 0 line. So I know this thing's TDC'd. Or at least on compression fire or whatever. Cylinder A1. Man, I haven't touched anything on this thing yet. Why is that distributor so loose? Bring in. Yeah, no, you can't see. Corvairs, worse than Beetles to film on, apparently. You can see now? Maybe zoom? I don't know. Maybe how about you go to the distributor side of the engine. All right, move the damn flashlight now. Probably more in the way. Yeah, I just bumped it, and it's infinitely adjustable. So that's good. Whoa, zoom out. All right, so well, see now that is infinitely adjustable. We're replacing it, so it doesn't matter. I might have done that. Forgot to tighten it. I doubt it. I think other than checking the timing, that was the extent of the diagnostic that I did as far as the what's going on. So with that said, I also thought this had a different electronic in it. I mean, it is Pertronics, but I thought it was a red. I don't know. Anyway, this is what we're replacing with. All right, we got a HEI unit, some wiring, and a coil. Like I said, hopefully we can get this thing to idle a lot lower with this, so it's not losing sync. So yeah, distributor, HEI style cap. Got to do some wiring, not a big deal. Stay. The wiring for this thing, and it's just power and ground. It's not rocket surgery. They come with instructions, I'm pretty sure. Not really sure where they are though. But yeah, we got stay. Oh yeah, we got 2 different springs in here, 3 different springs in here. I don't know if you can tell. That'll change your advance curve. It's like an MSD. Base gasket. And like I said, wiring harness. And an Allen key. Don't know what the Allen key's for yet. Don't know what this is for yet either. Alright, got a couple unknowns. That's good. We'll just put that back in there. So we can lose it all together. And the wiring, what do we got? Me having troubles trying to comprehend how to unwrap it. There we go. All right, we got a gray wire, a black wire. Something fell. I see it. And we got a gray wire. Or a jumper lead, not sure. And we got the black wire that plugs into the Dizzy itself. By black wires, 3 wires. I don't know. I'm going ground, signal, and other power. Wonder if that gray's to jump a. Oh, pick up that bushing. I wonder if that gray wire is like a cheater wire. If this still had the 12 volt, like supply crank voltage. Instructions. Says nothing about that thing. Yellow orange is negative. Red is a positive. And black is ground. Yeah. They show a tack wire, but I do not have. Oh, gray. We don't need to run it, but it has a tack wire. Cool. All right. And coil. We're gonna have to mount this big boy somewhere. Not a big deal. So, all right. Turning back in the car. All right, guys. First thing I'm gonna do, disconnect the coil. Second thing I'm gonna do is complain about the weather. Yep. My jolly roundness is not ready for summer. It's only 75 in the shop, something like that. It's hot. It is very hot. Warm, some would say. I need that. Screwdriver has a magnet on it. Work harder, not smarter. Yeah, it's I'm not too happy currently. All right, screw on. Thank you. I'll keep this coil. It's brand new. Probably has less than 200 miles on it. We just put it on in the last episode. Like I said, the other coil was a basically it ohmed out as a 6-volt coil. It's 12 volt. It's a coils. I've said this doesn't matter. At least I've never had them matter. What size is that in the back? I'll just take out that bolt. 9/16 probably. That would be great if I can. Damn it! Stay there. Great if I get my hands in there. There we go. Loosen up. I know the owner has a parts car. Well, seeing how I don't often work on Corvairs, I think this is the only customer I've had that's on the channel. I service a couple other ones, but I'm going to give him back all his stuff. It's not like a Volkswagen to me, to where I can hoard, like, good parts. I mean, I could hoard them, don't get me wrong, but it will take exponentially a longer amount of time for me to get rid of the distributor for this thing than it would if it was like a Volkswagen. And I'm talking known good. Like I said, I don't even know if this distributor is good. Because of the charging issues on it, I don't trust the that thing. The electronics that are in it. So it either be getting new electronics or that other thing. Points back in it. And that's a peace of mind thing on my end. Because we already have it. I was already shaky with it not being correct to begin with. Or being overcharged power-wise to begin with. Yeah, I don't need it to, go into someone else's car if I say it's good and it craps out. All right. Oh, this doesn't matter. What the hell size is that? All right. Top of distributor clamp. I know I didn't work on it because, well, my brain doesn't know how it got tight. If I get stuff out of the way. Just barely, not long enough. It's loose already. I get it looser. I might be able to get my hands in there with a wrench. I wish I had a stubby. That's what I need to go buy. More stubby wrenches. Like everything, I had a ton of them. And, well, they've since gone into the ether. Yeah, because that ain't working. Do I have a sacrificial wrench? It might be a 13. It is not. All right, let me probably sacrifice one of my wrenches to make a distributor wrench for this so that I can continue with this. One Corvair distributor wrench. Harbor Freight wrench. Hell, it was metric, so most likely I'll get use out of it again. Right now, why would you do that? Typically on GM distributors, you just kind of loosen them. And you can slide out the retainer. So you don't have to go through all this rigmarole. Take the whole damn thing apart. All right. Good. We're TDC number 1. It's still there. Let's pull the drive out, or the distributor. Like, oh, nice. If you could tell, but that is all RTV there. No base gasket. Good. Let's put you there. That's what you want to see. At least thing only can drop in one way. I mean, not be a complete menace and clean all this crap up. So that we can have a good or better mounting surface. Because like I said, needs a gasket. For a reason, a lot of it's leaking too. All right, number 1-ish area is over here. Almost forgot that gasket, which I said we need. Yeah. Don't forget this guy. Very importante. Where's that drive? I want to try to get this perfect. The first time should be straight vertical like that. And already issues. Shoot. The ring on the distributor. Hold down. Hitting that bolt. See if I could nudge said bolt over a little bit. It's not hitting by much, but it's hitting enough just to be an inconvenience. Because either move the bolt, and I don't know if you can even see it, that hold down bolt. It's either move the hold down bolt, or think of another idea. Where'd my wrench go? Shit. Because I have my longer extension. Or a longer extension. That might be enough. Again, don't want to go too aggressive, don't want to break the damn thing. Because that would also be bad. Try this again. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to have to play the distributor drive. Boom. Nailed it. Where's the old distributor? You have to play the... Whoop, shit. Go back down. Lift up and rotate so that the drive for the distributor hits in with the oil pump and everything slots together. Very fun. The good news is this thing's a lot higher. I have a lot more clearance. Someone's pointing there now. Doesn't matter. Never matters where one is. It just depends on where one is. If I put a drive in there, I should be able to turn that gear backwards one and like re-index this. Also, typically I like having number one pointing at number one, except if you're a Volkswagen. Never mind, scratch that. I could spin this to get one pointing towards that cylinder head, but we're not going to do that. It doesn't matter. OCD people might do something like that. All right. I definitely am not one of those people. I am a get it done with brute force and style kind of person. Except I try not to brute force or stylize anything. I don't know what I'm saying. Get out of there. I got the harness stuck in the freaking accessory driver or whatever the hell you want to call them. So that's good. I got that going for me. Itch. Screwdriver. What else do I want to go with? Coil. Let's figure out the coil. Because we have to mount this thing somewhere. That's our ignition hot. Ideally, I want to put this where it's not going to be, obviously in the way of anything. But also easily accessible. So I have enough wire to get there. because I mildly like it over there. Yes, yes. All right, I'm probably gonna. Oh, you can't see. Couldn't see this whole thing. Distributor stabbed, clamps down, back corner over here. Whoop. Over here. I'm gonna mount that coil, or attempt to. Reason being, sparkler wires. It's not like in the way. That's literally the only reason. Right, now I gotta find the coil wire. Just grab them all out. It should be itch. The one without the damn boot on it. The electric grease. Use it if you want. Lose it if you want. That's not it. That's not. I'm looking for one without the end. 561. There we go. Yeah. So I have the two ends. More than ample room to put it in that thing. I didn't know if I had to make one of these. You've seen me make them for Volkswagens. I could do it. I don't want to. All right. Plan is right now. Let me, because I know I got a wiring run. Let me get this guy. If you can see, let me get him mounted there, and I'll be right back. Just boop, blow some screws in it. All right, the electronics are mounted. That is the wrong size. Can't be. There's schmutz on it. Or does someone swap it? Trying to get a ground right now, or a ground spot right now for this. Yeah, the connector was just in the way. I'm like, it should be standard. And we have an original ground spot right there, which we will utilize. At least that's the plan. Where's one of my hosel brushes? Yeah, we'll be ready for that. What did I do with that screw? Shit. There it is. I see it. I see it. I see it. I knew when I put it there. I know myself, and I said that is a terrible place to put it because you're gonna instantly lose it, which I did. I don't need that. All right, wiring harness. Wherever the hell I put that. No. In the car? Yes. All right. Got the ground. Will the ground fit over that thing that I just took out? Because that'd be perfect. And it does. All right. So ground goes into the ground hole. Like I said, there's already a space on this frame that had a ground in it. Unused. I don't know what the hell it's for. Move you over here so you can possibly see more filming on stuff I might be doing. Again, it's the back end of a car. It's really hard to film in here. But there, ground is attached. Next, we got get these lugs off or these screws off. Put them there so I can lose them. Outstanding. put these there so I can also lose them. Also, outstanding. All right, positive. Not really, but I mean, I'm going to put heat shrink over this thing. That wire looks, well, terrible. Whoop. Try to make it look a little bit nicer. What do I have? I might not be able to do said thing. Ooh, I can. The wire's just so old and crappy. Again, this is for your 12-volt hot. There's butt connectors on it. I just want to try to seal it just a scotch bit better. Heat it up with fire. Let me get a torch. That's a long run. Long run. Fire! Get my fingers out of the damn way. There, just clean that up. Clean that connector up. All right. So 12 will go on to 12 area. Also, when you heat up wiring, it makes it just elastic enough to move again. All right, we got hot and hot on the plus side of things. Ooh, that was dumb. Not. And then yellow was negative, correct? Well, I don't remember. Pretty sure that's what I said. Red, yeah, yellow or orange to the plus side, or negative side, the opposite side. So we'll attach that there. And the nut. Snug. I like that. I like that. Radio went off. I didn't like that. Alright, so now this thing should... Oh, vacuum line can just get out of my way. Now this thing just plugs into that thing. In the correct damn orientation. Click. Alright, we're wired. That should be good. Hopefully. You can't see me. I don't know why I try with you guys. So judgmental. All right. Now, whew. Now let's start putting this thing together. Everything under here is just the way that it's going to be. It's the way that it is if you know, however you want to say that. Cap. What I want with the cap is oh, yeah, forgot. We got to do cap orientation. It's probably going to have to be like this. Because it can only rotate so far each way without hitting the thing. Well, that's a dumb design. There's no way to get around it. Because next option would be here with the vacuum advance, and that's too damn far down. Alright, so cylinder 1 is going to have to be this one. Holy shit. Alright, yeah, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. Cylinder 1 is basically here, so if I have to go forward, I hit the pulley. So the plan is, stop. Remember when I said you could take the distributor out and index, hopefully, that oil pump? I can't remember. You can or cannot? Oh, that's what I'm going to do. I have to get, let's see, if that thing is, I'm trying to think. If that's pointing back there, what would be my orientations? If I get it pointing to the cylinder, I can go this way some. I can go that way a lot. Alright, so I think the plan is I'm going to get the rotor pointing at that distributor. No, I'm not going to do that either. Hopefully this is just more conducive to coming out now. So right now this is, say, pointing past here. I need it basically in line with that cylinder, just backwards, if that makes any sense. It doesn't. You can lift them and they sometimes jump the, will help you out and move the oil drive for you. Because I need it pointing like this. Fun thing is, I don't even know where the drive is right now. It definitely moved. Alright. Big ass screwdriver. Hopefully you can hit to the bottom. Oil pump. Rotate that like that. So that would give me what indexing. That might be all right. Again, all I'm doing is trying to find that damn, there we go, that in. Get it to a line. Alright, that thing's in. We're more aligned this way now. Cylinder 1 should still be there. I'll put the cap on. So if 1 is wherever, 1 would be pointing, say, here. So that'd be like right here. So that means I have, I don't know, I should have enough lubrication. We'll find out. I shouldn't need more than that for dialing in purposes. All right, cap. We know number one's here somewhere. On. Good. If I was a smart man, I would have started this car first. Just for the sheer fact that I knew it ran. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know it runs. It's not that. I mean, it has a lot to do with that, but no, I know it runs. It's just getting it timed in again is where I'm questioning things. Huh. That spark plug wire went to crap. That's fine. Where are my pliers? Those are not them. I will use these. I don't care if I ruin the wires anyway. Because they're getting replaced. I don't intentionally want to ruin them, but if it happens, it happens. Come on. Last one. Thank you. All right. Try to get this thing out of here, like so. I didn't ruin them. I just lost the boot off of one of them. Oop. There we go. Cap. Put it in the box with the other ones. All right. One, four. Ah, crap. Pretty sure that's one. Well, I know, cylinder, that's one, but plug wire, I'm hoping that was one. Plug wires are installed. Let's raise the car up, hook up my bump button so that I can trigger this thing and see if she lights off. Hoping it lights off. Where's my trigger? Is it over here still? Yes. Ugh. I'm gonna have to buy another one of these things. Sneak her up there. All right. Back down. All right, guys. Let's see if we can get this thing to bust off. Got a timing light hooked up. Boop. Already. Key on. We gotta turn the key on. Oop, shit. Key on. All right, now let's see what happens. It should, if it fires right up, I'll be surprised, but it shouldn't. Let's just do push, right? Yeah. Good news, we have spark. Fuel leak. Great. Grand. Super. Ow. Vent window. Where are we leaking from? That's dry. The fitting right to the pump. All right. Well, try to fix the fuel leak. Yeah. Like I said, the owner broke a fuel line. I think he said he was replacing the pump. So this is a new line, but these are now leaking. So let me take everything apart and hopefully unleak the leak, fix the leak, because leaks are bad, especially with the electrical. But it runs. Not the best, but I mean it's doing a thing. Holy shit. That one is excessively tight. I want to say so much more profanity right now. Because I feel my flare wrench is actually going to break this damn thing. Well, round it. Oh, there we go. I don't know if the pop picked up, but yeah, dumb tight. 7/16. Let me get this all torn apart, hopefully tightened up, and it'll fire this thing up again. Or at least that's the plan 2.0 right now. Real quick. I just got the flare nuts out, but yeah, that's not even tight. You can tell I didn't even get the lines out yet. That one's super tight. I'll check that one too, because none of this is giving me warm fuzzies. Be back. All right, let's try this again. Everything was loose. Tore the whole pump apart. Well, basically, both the inlet and the outlet. Tightened them up. Oh. Let's hope we have no leaks now. So that'd be ideal. Power on. Oh! That could have been a runnability issue just because, fuel. Happy I felt that. Oh, she fires right up. All right, seems dry. What I'm trying to do now is get the highest idle I possibly can. Right now I'm at 9. Also trying to get the car to stop rocking. Let me lock down that distributor before it moves. All right, it's about 850 right now. 850, 860, I don't know if that picks up. Let's see what happens if it goes into gear. Hopefully, it's gonna be happy and cooperate. Good news is the e-brake works. I do not want it to stall. All right, drive. Oh, that is buttery engagement. About a 600 idle. 200 RPM drop. I can live with that. Oh, that is night and day difference. Neutral. Reverse. Drive. Oh, that is lovely. A lot of blow by. 850, 870 engine's warm, so that's good. All right, we'll tickle 800. Tickling 800. So much better. All right, turn it off. Key on, fire. Well, doesn't like to start. I just need to use throttle persuasion. I was never able to get it to idle this low with the other electronics. I don't need the bump button anymore. We can get rid of this because we know she bumps and runs. Also, we know I got the firing order right. So I had that going for me. Just being able to get this car to idle at, idle and be able to shift into gear under, like 1300. Hell, I think it might have been more than that. Can't remember. Amazing. Want to get it on the ground and put it into gear on the ground. See if that harsh engagement is gone. Give me a minute. I want to see what the butt feel feels like. Car is off the lift. Before we, take it out on the road, let's make sure that this thing will move. The whole point of this, the car didn't run when it came in. Like I said, it got flooded. But was as soon as you put it into drive or reverse, might have hear it on the audio in the original video. The idle was high, which in turn led to a clunking, basically like slamming, and it was almost like you had cruise control. Not ideal. Wasn't too terrible, but wasn't correct. All right, key on. Brakes, drive. Little thud, but nothing major. Reverse. Oh, that is night and day difference. There's still a little bit of a clunk. You can probably see the car rock, but it's not like it was. Like that is fine. The brakes are extremely good in this car. I still think that the trans might need to be rebuilt. Might give her just a little bit more RPM. It's not happy, but it's not happy. All right. I'm happy. Oh, we'll find out in the morning when we take this thing out if I have to do anything with the idle. Because as of right now, it's idling fine. It runs, like I said, this is the lowest I've ever been able to get to idle. And it sounds good. So I'm going to let it cool off overnight and hopefully take it on the road. I got to put the air filter on and stuff like that. I'm going to start the car tomorrow, see how it likes a cold start. Dead cold or whatever before we take it out. And then see if I'm going to mess with the idle. Like I said, I do have it really low, but it should be fine. Yeah, plan currently. Join me hopefully in the morning for a test drive and not too much tinkering. Screwdriver. All right, guys, bringing a screwdriver, but next day, I don't know what the hell you guys are aiming at. Next day, let's get this thing on the road. Cold start. Gonna let this thing warm up because I think it's gonna be a little bit cold-natured and not happy. So I think this fan. Hopefully that's off. I think it's gonna be a little cold-natured and not happy just because way that it is, but I could also be pleasantly surprised. So let's fire this thing up, see what happens, and take it for a rip. Fan. Please. Not bad. Yeah. It doesn't have like a high choke, like a Volkswagen. So, let me get a little heat into the engine and she should be able to idle on her own. Fires right up though, so that's, a positive. There we go. Just needs a little heat in her. All right, let me do my normal thing. As this thing sits here and idles and warms up, let me move my cars, get some get some gates open, and next scene, you'll join us on the road, or join me on the road. At least that's the plan. Be right back. Well, good news is I lost my phone. Fell out of my pants. So now I'm probably going to hear dinging. Bad news is, well, she stalled. I just put it, was pulling up to a stop sign and, well, she died before I could hit you on and, get my phone. Fire right up. Might need to raise that idle. Seems fine now. Cup holder. It shifts right around 15 miles an hour, which is where you want it per a power glide. So we're technically at second gear right now, and it's fine. There's a damn freaking wire that should go to a bulb that I have no idea where it's supposed to go that is hanging down right in front of the gas pedal. I might give the idles just a little bit more of a scotch. I think I was very conservative or optimistic with the low idle. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. There's this stupid wire, which I have no idea where it goes. Yeah, it only needs like a half a turn. So weird driving these cars, especially Power Glide cars, because when they're tuned in right, you don't feel the 1-2 shift, and then you're just in second. I guess I wasn't, unfortunately, well, fortunately maybe, I don't know how you want to look at it. I was not born when, or alive when these cars were, say, in production. But my only thing is this what people with CVTs complain about? It doesn't feel like it shifts. Linkers do work, okay. Because that's pretty much what I'm getting. You get definitely get the 1-2 shift. You have to feel it because it shifts around like 15 miles an hour. Let me pull over and raise an idle a little bit. I just want to be a little more conservative, or less conservative on that idle speed, because she's chugging a bit. I mean, you can hear it's low. That's why we brought a screwdriver. This is why we brought a screwdriver. Alright. See what going into drive is like. I'm still smooth. I feel better about it. Alright, come on, little Corvair. Yeah, that was 1-2 shift. Yeah, there's no shifts after that. It's just hit the gas and go. Why must everything make noise? Coming to a stop is fine. Yeah, I'm thinking the trans is working as it should. Well, it's shifting. It has 2 gears, technically 3. I did not just run a red light. But it's almost like the torque converter is, I really don't think these have a TCC, torque converter clutch. But that's what it almost feels like it's grabbing. It's not letting the transmission like fully neutralize. That makes probably no sense, but yeah, it's just a weird feeling. And trust me, if you watch this channel, you know I drive some sketchy stuff. And yeah, the weird non-neutralizing feeling is definitely odd. It's because it has like a surge to it. Like when you're, the idle's so low that it really shouldn't be giving me a surge. And I'm not familiar with I'm not gonna lie, I'm not familiar with the Power Glide transmissions. I know basically what you guys know. It's an automatic, and there's 2 gears, 3 if you count reverse. Whatever adjustment I did, she is happy now. She is really happy now. Yeah, 1-2 shift. She's idling smooth. Maybe it's just cold. Get blown out some? I don't know. That, I'll tell you, from the first test drive I took on this car to this one, I don't like adjusting rearview mirrors. This is night and day difference. I'm able to actually put it into gear, it not want to kill me or feel like it wants to kill me with, whiplash. And, well, I mean, it's just driving nice. I know, like I said, the 1-2 shift is right where it needs to be. That's the other thing I do know. I have the manual for Power Glide. I don't have like the tools to fix them, kind of thing. But the 1-2 shift should be right around like 12 to 15 miles an hour on light acceleration, blah, blah, blah. And it's doing that in spades. So, like I said, I think the trans is healthy. It's just something weird going on. And I don't know what the weirdness is. There's 2. Yeah, driving, if you've never driven a Power Glide car or a CVT car, constant variable tension, something. Anyway, those stupid things, Power Glide cars, much more superior. But yeah, you don't feel a shift. They're just linear. Get it up to operating temperature and she's good. Now, I don't know what the car's going to do if it's, 150,000 degrees outside. But as far as right now, cruising around, it's great. Really should move the seat back, but I don't want to. The only thing I touch on people's cars, passenger side or driver side mirror, so I can back up and see people behind me. Everything else, I kind of just leave alone. Sucks because I've been wanting to stop more. like stop signs, stoplights, but my routing is too good. I don't think we're gonna have an issue. Carbs haven't farted on me, no backfires. Just need that little bit of a tweak. And yeah, it's idling great. It's running really nice. So, all right, guys, join me on the big camera. Let's close this thing out. All right, guys, we are back. I'm trying not to run into my lift. The four-post. The tunnel, if you will, because that'd be bad. I came in a little too crooked, which is fine. All right. Anywho's, I back up far enough to get my door open? Probably not. Reverse, drive. Feels fine. Yeah, it still has a bit of a, I mean, it's idling great right now. Neutral, reverse is still damn clunky. I don't know. Neutral, drive. So much better than what it was. I mean, it just is. I don't know if that was a backfire or what. Yeah, it's so much better than what it was. I am fully happy with this. It's at least drivable. It's not going to stop at or die at traffic lights, stop signs, stuff like that. Once it's warm, caveat. I think I was a little impatient with the driving. Right, hot start. Fires right up. Oop. Gotta give it a lot of fuel. Right on. All right, let me close out this video. I think we're good. Run, drive, stops. That distributor made a world of a difference. Join me in a minute. All right, guys, closing out the episode on 66. Distributor, in my opinion, fixed it. It fires up. A little cold natured. Got to keep your foot on it for a bit, but nothing crazy. Once it warms up, car is fine. It runs like a car. I wasn't, like I said, I think I said, haven't edited it, so I got to remember if it's going to be in here or not, in the video or not. But first stop sign I came to, the car just died. Fired right up, got some heat into it, and the second stop sign or stop light, whatever. Second time I came to a full stop, the car was able to maintain its own idle. And then the more heat that got onto the engine, it was just completely fine. Just a weird cold idle stall, carburetor stuff. If it was, unfortunately, tuning these is a little bit more of a pain in the butt due to the fact that it has the slush box in it. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, it needs a bit of a higher idle to not stall, because you lose about 200 RPM when you shift gear. But on the flip side, you can't set it too high, otherwise you get whiplash when you put it into gear. And I think that's what this car's had for a long time, is the whiplash gear. So I think a lot of the clunking, either it's a transmission issue, which is shifting perfectly, everything's working in transmission as it should. My thing is, I think the ring and pinion now has slop in it. So when you shift, you're picking up that lash, because when you go, let's say, neutral to drive once, fine. But if you go, say, drive to reverse, it's obviously going to ride on the backside of the gear, and you get a big clunk. And if you go back from reverse to drive, you get a clunk again. But if you go, neutral, reverse, you get a little bit of a clunk, nothing major. If you go neutral, back to neutral, and then neutral reverse again, no big clunk, so on and so forth. But if you're jumping the gears, it gets clunk, and I think that's ring and pinion. I think that's ring and pinion lash is what's feeling. It's not as tight as it should be. My truck does the same thing, and that's exactly what it is. That and a bad U joint. But with that said, the car is good. I feel a lot better with it. I felt good with it last go. Don't get me wrong. I just knew that it was idling higher the last time, which not really a big deal. But it was just harsh engagements. The electronics in the old distributor, they worked. The car did start. It did run when it came back to me. But knowing that this thing was charging, like astronomically high, I'm not saying those electronics weren't breaking down and acting like a coil. Failure-wise, and that's why it didn't start. Gets hot, doesn't start. Gets cold, might run for a little bit, but crappy. If you watch this channel, I worked on a BMW 2002. Had that issue. The car would run fine, gets hot, starts breaking up, shuts down. Changed out the electronics in it, fired up, ran fine, still running with the electronics I put it in today. But yeah, it's just electronics are weird. You really want them just to work and then not. When they work and then slowly not work is where you start having the issues, because you can't really diagnose it. Because it acts more like a fuel issue than a spark issue, kind of. I guess is what I'm getting at. But anyway, this car's done. Owner's going to come get it. Hopefully soon, which is fine. I don't care. I have storage for it as of right now. It's just a long car. Usually there's Volkswagens I can park 2. Corvairs, I get 1. But with that said, this car's good. It's going to get picked up. It'll be on the road, and hopefully they're not going to have any issues out of it. I did tell the owner, stop touching it. Well, it's something easy. But don't fiddle around with it anymore. And his wife agrees, so that's a good thing. She said she cut off his limbs. But anyway, if you like this episode, however it came out, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you do. I promise you we will chit-chat. As always, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.